What you saying, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here with another video for you guys today. So in this video, we're looking at a few different stocks to watch this upcoming weeks, some levels to watch for them. Obviously, I made a video yesterday, so make sure you guys go check that one out, which had a few stocks to watch for this week. But like I said, in this video, we'll be specifically focusing on certain plays that I would like to take this week. Now, I just like to start off by saying, right now I'm on ChatterQuant. You guys can check this out. I have a link in my description where you guys can also sign up for ChatterQuant. And basically, it does a lot of things. So you can see what's being talked about, what stocks have been picking up volume, what's been talked about and said on different platforms. You can also see the options flows, earnings that are coming in this week, charts, a few different videos and guides for educational purposes, and a bunch of other things as well. So please go check ChatterQuant out. Again, links in the description below. But in this video, of course, like I said, we're going to look at a few different stocks to watch for this upcoming week. And also, remember, if you didn't know, in yesterday's video I said, I expect a market pullback to come this week. We already started to see a market pulling back towards the end of this past week. But like I said, I think it's not completely over yet. But either way, let's jump right into it. So my first stock to watch here is ChargePoint, ticker symbol CHPT. And as you could have guessed, I'm looking at the puts on this. So if we just look at ChargePoint, here you see the daily chart. Obviously, it's been uptrending, right? And now there's no worries there. That's good. But if you look at it on a smaller time frame, let's look at the 15-minute. You're going to get a lot of these little opportunities and these sort of opportunities right here. Now, I know that, in this market, it's difficult to swing trade. And this stock here, this ChargePoint, might be one which is difficult to swing trade. But I'll definitely look to see it breaking below the moving average. And once it does break below the moving averages on a 15-minute time frame, on the 5-minute chart, then I will look for puts. So you might see a drop of about 50, 60 cents, and that might be enough for you to make some profit. I mean, like I said, recently it's actually been starting to move upwards again. If you look here, which is very nice for ChargePoint. I am a long-term shareholder, and as you can see, since it hit the lows of $11, $12 back last month, it has been strongly uptrending. So yes, ChargePoint is the one to look at. If you see here, the RSI on the daily is around 63, and I think there's a little bit of an opportunity again to pull back towards this moving average. So maybe to drop from where it is now, 1970, all the way down to around 1898. Next up, I'm going to look at Roblox, ticker symbol RBLX. Just like with ChargePoint, I'll be looking at Roblox puts. The only difference here is I'll be looking at this more for a swing trade. So you see how it had the 3 back-to-back red days? That is a good sign that it is continuing to drop. It just broke below and closed below the moving averages as well. So what would I be looking at here? Well, first of all, puts down to around 42.20. If I zoom in a bit, you can see this. I'm going to draw some levels here actually as well. Let's go on a 30-minute. So with Roblox, I'll be looking at, you see how it's already broken below? But to be honest, the first level you can look at is around 44.66. So let's just draw a line there. Around here. Okay, so 44.69, one level to look at, puts down to there. And I'd say pick around April expiries, mid-April expiries. Next up, let's zoom out now. Next level, around here, a little bit lower. So more here, 43.53. Another level to look at for the puts. And I mean, to be honest, that's already good enough. You can also look around here. That's already 3 levels to look out for with the puts. A little bit higher right here. So almost $42. So that's actually around a $4 drop that I'm looking forward to taking advantage of. And again, let's go back to the daily chart. And of course, you can move these levels around, play around with the levels. You might look for this low point. There you go. Up to you. But like I said, Roblox, I'm definitely looking at puts this week. Another stock I'm looking at, Upstart, ticker symbol UPST. So this is a very beaten up stock, as you can see. Hit highs of 400 back in October, just about 7 months ago. Since then, it's been downtrending. We had a little rally for a while, and then we're downtrending again. Trending both below both moving averages, which is a good sign for those of us who want to get puts. And I would love to watch this down to, let's see, this is definitely a level so around the $100 mark. It's just a $9 drop. That is not far for a stock like UPST, as you can see. If you zoom in on a smaller time frame, there we go. You see how it downtrended from around 130 over a few days down to almost $100. Same thing could be happening now, from 126 again all the way down to almost $100. That is what I'm looking for with UPST. Again, you can play around with these lines. What I like to do is draw different lines for different time frames. So if I put that line back, and then now put this one, which is the 1 hour chart here, change the color of it, and I'll know that my color codes show me what I'm looking at for different time frames. So honestly, 101.63 is the level to watch, and once it gets to that level, then we'll find out what we want to do next. Now, Walmart, ticker symbol WMT. So I actually called this in the live chat twice this past week for calls, and I'm still looking at calls. So what I'm looking at here is a pullback towards the moving average around 150, 42 cents, around there. And hold on, let me just pull up the daily chart. There we go. Now you can see how high it is. It has been running, and it is slightly overextended, as you can see from the RSI. So I will be waiting for a pullback. But eventually, what I would like to do is look at $155 calls. If you zoom out a bit, you can see we were around $155 back in December. And I actually remember that because right at the beginning of December, I traded $155 calls. So I'll be looking at $155 calls for around the end of April. Again, I'll look to get in on a pullback. This could be one which you swing because, as you can see, 6 green days back to back. And those are the kind of stocks I do like swinging. When they pull back towards the moving averages and start uptrending, that is the kind of pattern I like to see. It's done it a few times, and I believe it will continue to do that. Now, we head off to the tech sector. AMD. What I'm looking at here is puts down to $100. AMD sold off nicely this week. Well, it depends how you look at it. AMD sold off, and people who got inputs enjoyed themselves this past week because after it hit highs of 125.65, it just started downtrending. The $17 drop has it right now sitting at $108, and I believe it is not done. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see it's below the moving averages on the 1 hour time frame. You can see on 15-minute chart, it's hanging right around the moving averages. It just needs to fall below again, and I'll look for a position to enter with the puts. This could be a great swing for those of you who are looking for a swing this week. Those AMD puts could really pay off once again. A couple more now. First, I'm going to go with PayPal, another stock which has been beaten up from its overall highs 5, 6, 7 months ago. And another stock which is giving us opportunity for either calls or puts now. We're going to have a look at that. Look at that gap down as well a couple months ago. But why I say it could be good for either calls or puts. Look how it's been red, green, red, green, red, green. It's been a bit wishy-washy, right? So swing trading this could be a little bit more difficult than some of the other stocks I've just mentioned. With PayPal, a break and a close above these moving averages on 15-minute chart could see me enter calls for around $2, a $2 push. On the other hand, a break below could help me take a nice position with a day trade intraday just down to the next level, so around $115. You don't need a huge drop to make money with options, remember that. But like I wanted to do, let me pull up the 1 hour chart. Here we go. So this is why I said I'm not sure about calls or puts. On the 1 hour chart, we have been very bearish over the past few days. But look at the point we're sitting at right now. We bounced along the 100-day moving average nicely. We still didn't close above the 21-day moving average or the 9-day moving average, but we are on our way up, it seems. Now, this could get rejected at the 21-day moving average, and it could even get rejected at a 9-day moving average. So it could be on for calls or puts. That is why I said that. $118.29 is my level to watch to grab calls as well. So please do look out for that level. I think PayPal is one of those stocks which doesn't get a lot of attention, especially since it's sold off so heavily. But there is always potential with these kind of stocks where you can trade a nice uptrend, also trade a downtrend, see how it's there a couple of times. And just like many other stocks I've mentioned today, this is hugely oversold. Now, last but not least, I'm going to bring up Snowflake, ticker symbol SNOW. So sitting comfortably on the moving average right now. Let me zoom in so you guys can see that. Right? See how it's just holding right, I'd say in that channel, if you want to call it a channel between the two moving averages. That's on the 1 hour chart. If we zoom out, look at the daily chart. Now we see it has started to rise. During the middle of March, end of March, it started to gain momentum. And this was one of my stocks to watch last week. I did mention it then. Although I missed out on the run up, it managed to run up about $20 or $25 in a short period of time. But I think there's still potential for opportunity. I'd look for calls up to around 260. Well, first 250, then 260. And if you want to trade this intraday, you want to look at a 15-minute time frame. See how it closed above all moving averages? That is a good sign. But hey, it hasn't pushed above them yet. It's just sitting at a nice level above the moving averages, but I think we still have plenty of room to run up. See how it hit 243, 244, like I mentioned a couple seconds ago? You could still play that $11 run up this week. So I'm mainly looking at calls for Snow. I won't be looking at puts right now. But again, you have to be open to just doing whatever you come across. I mean, the market's going to give you something and you're going to have to play that. Doesn't matter what I say, doesn't matter what I think is going to happen. I mean, I'm bullish on Snow for April, but again, it's irrelevant. Now, I know I said last but not least, but I also want to bring up Apple because I did mention this yesterday and I want to just talk about it again very briefly. I'm looking for a pullback with Apple to around 172.20 range where I have my level of support there. Apple had around 10 green days in a row and it was slightly overextended. It was time for a pullback. That pullback seems to be continuing, but again, you just want to look at the overall market before you decide what you're going to do with it. Don't try and jump into puts super early or try and guess what's going to happen. Don't try and anticipate anything. Just play what the market gives you. If it does break below this level, 172, then I'll look at puts down to 167. And I think Apple will continue to pull back this week. But once again, it does not matter what I think. So just play what the market gives you. So that was it for today's watch list. If you want the full watch list and full breakdown, well, you're going to have to come and check out the Discord. Link is in the description below. Remember, you don't need a crazy watch list. You don't need an extra long watch list. You just need your specific stocks you want to watch and the reasons why. Everything else that you hear on Twitter, social media, wherever is noise. So feel free to tap into the Discord, check what we're doing, come on live trade with us, all that good stuff. As always, I also have the stock option starter pack. You guys can check that one out. You get access to 10 videos. You have them for live. So please check that out. Link in the description below. And lastly but not least, let's make it a great April. March was great. Q1 was great. Let's make it a great Q2. Let's make it a great April. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. That is it from me. Hopefully catch you guys in the Discord. But either way, be back here next time for another video. I got one to making. You got one to making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.